Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, boys and girls. How are we doing? Welcome ins, welcome ins. It is Thursday. I'm going to take, I think I'm taking a day off the beta today. My brain has been like so blasted with Midnight the last few days, weeks. I think I'm going to chill on retail today. I don't know what we're going to do. Got a couple of characters that I kind of want to get from like mid level to like 80 just so that they can do something in the War Within if they need to. Might farm some lumber. I genuinely don't know. Shadowlands time walking right now. Ew. That's probably a bit gross, isn't it? Alright, well, we'll give it a go all the same. Get a few things sorted. Okay. Right. Okie dokie dokie dokies. They fixed the Imani extract. It's not free. You sure? You sure? Welcome in though, Mr. Goldson. Good morning to you. Oh, I was trying to switch beta brain off. I'll talk about beta stuff, but I'll have they fixed it on? Been testing Alchemy all morning. Oh, okay, good to know. That's an interesting one. Are you testing on the PTR or on the beta? Oh God, I wasn't going to do this, was I? But within about 4 seconds, within about 4 seconds, I'm loading the beta up. Just because you've piqued my interest, because not that I don't believe you, but I was looking at Alchemy very, very, very recently since the last build. Alchemy, Xalatath's endgame. Welcome in though, Mr. Goldson. Good morning. What happened to this not watching other goal makers? Still looks pretty free to me. Still looks pretty free to me. Still looks pretty free to me. Is this maybe due to if you spin up a brand new alchemist? I don't want to have to remake a whole bunch of characters just because they start making changes. Changes should be retroactive. Okay. Second level of curiosity. Yeah, this is the beta I wasn't going to play today. This is the beta I wasn't going to play. Oh, hang on. Let's not break everything. Too many accounts. Yeah, this is going to be wildly annoying if recipe changes don't take effect on characters that you've already made. Because I've so very carefully created a whole wild selection of different characters to do different things, to keep track of different things. There's a sneaky rumor floating around that we're going to get a second beta build this week, which is interesting. A second beta build this week would definitely be welcome. Yeah, slow loading is... Oh my god, trinkets. Oh my god, the trinkets. Sorry, trinkets. You might not have heard the trinkets, you might be lucky. You might be lucky, you might not have heard the trinkets. Alchemy. Oh shit, that's just classic. Give me the proper one. Give me the proper one. No, still free. Still free. Goldson's having a moment. Having a moment. Still free. I mean, they've got to throw some herbs or something on this, haven't they? You can't have a flipping health potion that uses nothing but vendor materials. I mean, I know they're trying to make things simple, but fuck me. If they're going that far, we got some crazy issues on our hands if they're going to go that far. 7 minutes on a dungeon queue, apparently. There's a few characters I've got, right, that are just kind of like in this weird situation of that they're kind of like halfway through leveling, but never really got finished leveling. So I kind of half want to just kind of push them to level 80 since it's relatively easy right now. One of them is my Shadow Priest, who's currently level 68. No excuses for not getting this character to level sort of 70, really. Preferably 80. Yesterday I noticed a bullshit in jewel crafting. Check the stats from blue gems in Midnight and the new one in the War Within. And the one in the War Within. I'll trust you on that sort of stuff. Jewel crafting is in an interest. Yeah, it still feels as if. Oh, this is why I need a day without thinking too much about beta, because it's kind of you know, it's living rent free in my head right now that it's so close. It feels like it's so close to the launch, and yet everything is still flipping fried. The fact that we're so close to the launch and shit still doesn't really feel as if it's working properly is a wild concern. Not one that I can feasibly or easily get over. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the end result of this will be, but they got to get their shit together, otherwise Midnight's launch for professions are going to be all over the shop. I watched little bits of that interview actually yesterday, the one people are talking about with Ian and Holly, and it's kind of funny, isn't it? Their disillusion that everything that they're not sacrificing quality is bananas. I mean, like I said, they're paid enough to lie convincingly, but their utter level of disillusionment that everything is fine right now is kind of mad. Saying, you know, the humble brag of that they're not having to use crunch, yet still delivering quality. I'm like, have you seen any patch you've released in like the last 18 months? Have we had a single patch go live in the War Within that wasn't completely scuffed and have to be knee-jerk fixed? I don't know. I don't know. Cue up the "it's fine" meme. I know, it's wild. And there was one point in it, Ian turned round and was like, Midnight is the fastest expansion we've ever made. And I'm like, oh god, I know you mean that to sound like an impressive thing, but that doesn't fill me with confidence at all. The last time you made an expansion significantly faster than you probably should have done was Warlords of Draenor. And look how that, look what happened there. The humble brag of Midnight is the fastest expansion we've ever made doesn't fill me with confidence. One of the slowest expansions you've ever made ended up being Legion, which is often renowned to be one of the best expansions they've ever made. So, the player base quite clearly understands that when you rush shit, it doesn't end up very good. I don't know. It was a weird interview to watch, It was kind of one of those, I know you mean so well here, but I also don't trust a lot of what was being said. I have no idea what's going on in here. I've just suddenly realised I wanted to double check that I wasn't responsible for healing in here. I'm not. It's the other priest. Because I have no idea how to heal on a priest. That's why I'm running Shadow right now. I've literally never played a priest properly. But I have this is one of those characters that you have that you are just never, ever, ever going to delete. Does anybody else have those? Characters that you don't ever really play, but you just kind of hack them together to max level every expansion because you feel you should. A little bit of an emotional attachment to the character, even though you have literally no desire to ever play them at top end ever. Most of my characters are like that, yeah. I feel, like my Shaman is another one. I feel morally obliged to level my Shaman every expansion just because it's the Alchemist that has the Vial of the Sands recipe. If it wasn't for that, it would have been ditched 10 years ago. It would have never made it out of, probably never made it out of BFA, but this priest of mine is, it has the character name on this priest is Pipri, which was the name of a dog that we had, that we now don't have. So there's an emotional attachment there that I'll never get rid of this priest, even though I never really play a priest. Yeah, I'm grinding the Vial of the Sands recipe at the moment. Much fun. First jar, man. I got it. One jar. One goblin, one jar. Don't Google that. Don't Google anything jar related. Ignore Zygo's having a moment. Hence why that Alchemist has, never been dropped from the roster. We'd open these goodie bags, shouldn't we, really? Where are they at? I swear there was another one. Streamer client. I had the Vial of the Sands recipe when it was current content. I got that when it came out. And like I said, I got Omega, and that also meant that I did the archaeology grind properly, not the cheese method that can be used today. And so getting that first jar and opening it and the recipe pop out, I was like, Christmas! I was not going to ever drop that character. The irony is I can count on one hand the amount of Violet of the Sands mounts I've crafted and sold over the years. I've not really taken advantage of it, but, you know, it was a job done situation. Chalk it, you know, cross it off the list, move on. It is a bit of a goblin rite of passage, though, having the recipe. It's weird how these things happen. One of those recipes that's prestigious, known to be a grind, and just kind of one of those things you gotta have. Wonder if they ever thought about making professions warbound. I have lots of thoughts on this topic. And I also think that for the last Titan, they should definitely reconsider their position on professions generally. It's the last thing in the game that isn't warbound in any way, shape, or form. Like, everything else in the game is, like, seasonalized and made to fit within a warbound. You know, reputations are going that way, currencies, all of this sort of stuff. But professions, If you want 2 jewel crafters or you want 10 jewel crafters, you have to level 10 jewel crafters. There's no you've already done this once kind of luxury. Now, with the way the professions are built right now, you couldn't just slam in the ability for them to be warbound and everything to be okay. Everything is, you know, created and balanced so that at least the friction. I mean, look at the specs right now, for example. You know, it's by design that if you want to have a jewel crafter that can cut gems, make rings and necklaces, and prospect, all at the very beginning of the expansion, you're going to need at least 3 jewel crafters, which triples the amount of effort. The way that it's built right now with the spec trees kind of requires there to not be any warbound functionality. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't love to see some sort of warbound system for the professions, meaning that if you have done some of the hard work, make the work harder, dare I say, but then mean that when you've done it, you get the benefit of, you know, it somewhere else. Or even silly little things. The words have been muttered about making, not from Blizzard, but within the community, mind, to kind of like make at least concentration like a warbound currency or something, or warband wide. I could see them giving everybody 10,000 concentration, but making it a warbound currency. So it doesn't matter how many jewel crafters you then have, you have 10,000 concentration, say. If they get concentration to a point where I think they're trying to get it, which is where it's a get-out-of-jail-free card and not a get-rich-quick scheme, and by that, I mean that if they get concentration to the point where it can sort of solve small temporary problems for you in small capacity, which I kind of think is what it was designed for, right? If you put a couple of points in the wrong place, or you're missing a couple of knowledge points or something, then you can use concentration to still do a thing, maybe a little bit before you can do it properly, but you can still do it, you know, but just in limited quantity. I'm more and more starting to think that goblins just did goblin things with concentration, and it wasn't really so much what the design was. I think concentration, you know, on the drawing board at Blizzard HQ during Dragonflight, they were probably, dare I say, listening to the feedback of the you know, the profession system was very brutal in terms of the fact that you couldn't guarantee anything. Everything was based on RNG, and so their solution to RNG was to get rid of the RNG mechanic in terms of inspiration, but then give you this, you know, get out of jail free resource, and they called it concentration. But, you know, as so frequently happens, things are not particularly balanced very well on their first iteration. And goblins figured out very quickly that you can harvest concentration en masse to, you know, print gold pretty quickly and effectively on a whole wide selection of characters. I don't really think that was the intended design. And the war with Midnight seems to be tailored more to the intended design, I think, of like it just being a fix a small problem kind of resource. If they do that, they can make it warband wide. They can give you a little bit more of it. And it will drive crafting back into a world of where, you know, you get the best results by trying the hardest. Where it's oddly weird at the moment that you can put in absolutely zero effort. Absolutely zero effort. Like, you go to the trainer and pick up Midnight Alchemy, and you can start making high-quality flasks out of nowhere. Yet, somebody else trying to make a reasonable amount of high-quality flasks has weeks of work and hundreds of thousands of gold to put into it to be able to achieve that. Like, the disparity between builds is kind of going to be bonkers. But the big issue, I think more so than anything else for me with professions, is I don't know how much Blizzard cares. It very much feels like a secondary, not even secondary, but like quite a low priority requirement for them to get it right. Rare recipes will be gold cap if they're warbound. Why would you think the price would go up? Oh, shit. Do you not think that by making them warbound, people would then only ever need to buy one of them and not multiple of them? Meaning they would potentially go down. Is another way to look at it. I hate this dungeon, by the way. I just want to get it out there. Of all the dungeons out there, this one infuriates me. I never know where we're meant to be going or what we're meant to be doing in here. And if I'm clearly not paying as much of attention to what's going on when I'm streaming, I'm lagging behind big time. No Spotify today? Spotify's playing in the background. Oh, I turned some of the UI elements off for when I record videos. I forgot to turn them back on. I got another major section of the guide finished today as well. I think I'm content with a first early access release of the Midnight Gold making guide now, I think. The foundation guide is mostly written now. We've got concentration builds for all professions, which will be a big request of people, even if I'm not convinced it will be big money. It's, you know, sometimes you've got to give people what they want. I want to start now putting together more detail on the individual professions and then specific profession builds as well. I've deliberately been leaving that as late as possible. Leveling builds, 1 to 100 leveling builds are mostly done. Obviously, they need a double check and a verify before the game goes live to make sure they're up to date with materials and stuff. But that's they're all done and dusted. I think it's I figured out though, the main guide is already like it's about an hour's read for most people, and probably more than that if you're actually like taking in what's said in it. You might need to read through it twice to get the full ins and outs of it. So I don't really want to make it much much more than what it currently is. I tried my best this time round because the War Within guide was I found myself being very repetitive with it. Like I was saying the same thing multiple times because of course when you go into detail on each of the professions, a lot of the things are the same between them. So I've tried to make the guide a bit more modular this time round, so it, you know, eliminates the repetitiveness of it to help cut it down a bit. Problem is it, you know, there's the common issue with gold making that people want the 3-sentence TLDR on how they can make millions of gold, and there isn't a 3-sentence TLDR on how you can make millions of gold. There just isn't. Like, there's so many different professions, so many different ways to make gold that just doesn't exist. So trying to be concise with the information's quite a challenge. Well, I mean, you can break it down to 3 words. Either go farm lumber or go buy token. But of course, that's not really what most players want to hear. And is certainly not solid advice. But yes, go farm lumber is a solid start. I can't wait. I like looking back on things with, you know, 2020 hindsight. And I am convinced people are going to look back and be like, why didn't I spend the entirety of December and January farming lumber? I still truly don't believe most of the player base is twigged to the fact that Decor is the gold maker in Midnight. Just because Midnight's not out yet. Decor is the gold maker in Midnight. You'll make a whole bunch farming because you always do. Farmers always get paid because as soon as farmers don't get paid, they don't do it. Surprise, surprise. So farmers always get paid. There'll be plenty of gold to be made by farming at the beginning. Crafters will have to work pretty intelligently to extract good profit long term. There's always money short term. That's not a problem. But Decor is going to be very consistent throughout the entire expansion, I feel. And you've had the ability to get going with that for like 2 months already. The amount of times I get sent screenshots or DMs from people are like, you know, look, I started farming lumber and now I'm 5 million gold richer. Yep. People have been making more gold with lumber in the last couple of months than they often have basically ever made ever. Never mind, like, 50k an hour herbing and mining at the beginning of the expansion. That can maybe make you a couple of mil, but boy oh boy is it effort, right? Decor's not without some grind, but it's been very lucrative already. Maybe it's because most people aren't doing it. That's always got to be considered. Oh, thank God this flipping dungeon's nearly done. One more boss, right? Is it one more boss? Oh, this was like a Biss trinket way back in the day, wasn't it? No caffeine for 3 days? No wonder you're tripping. Your brain thinks you've died. It's not convinced you're still in this realm. I know the 100 War Within lumber more, and I'm done with my goal of 1500 for more expansions. Take a vacation after that. Don't want to see a tree for a week. I mean, that's got to be... Have you done the maths on what that actually is? This is not going to go well, is it? Because A, I can't, for the life of me, remember what you do on this boss. And I'm not sure anybody else is going to be able to either. Shatter reality, doesn't that make... You have to go through some sort of portal, don't you? Go through the portals. Go through the portal, kill the thing. Don't stand in the goo, otherwise we die. Well, apparently I'm solo in this one. Somebody left, and the tank is dead. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, the healer left. The healer left and the tank died, okay. Just did a huge refarm and restock on realms myself. Took the best part of the week, farming and crafting. It's while I can't, while I can't deny farming lumber is grind, it's hard graft, but it's money in the bank. I mean, it quite literally is money in the bank, right? There's no, you're not going to as quickly realize the gold as you do with, like, herbing and mining. Because, of course, you can literally just sell herbs and ore, like, within seconds. But it's full-on money in the bank, right? Which is the attraction right now. Or it should be the attraction right now. Because it means you can get a lot of the effort done. Build a huge amount of value right now. And then when you want to stop and slow down and go play Midnight, then you'll still have resources and sales being made and gold being made at a nice competitive rate, even once you're just like, you're off doing something else. Right, am I going to end up being solo again? You're dead. Click the thing. Does that port us back automatically? It doesn't, does it?
You had better to pay attention, father of sleep.
Did anybody go do the... Oh, I'm so confused. Right, we're back. Right. Pew pew. There he goes. Now he's lost a big chunk of the health. Now we're good. Working on leveling the old professions takes a lot of time and gold. It does. Another reason why a lot of people front-loaded that before Decor even launched. Blizzard even told people to go do it. The blog posts for housing were like, now might be a good time to level your old professions. You know, sound advice from the horse's mouth. Even Blizzard told people to go do it, because yeah, it's, and also the advantage was doing it before Decor launched, you were able to do it at an absolute fraction of the price. This is hardly worth the effort. Like a 30-minute dungeon like it was in Mythic Plus. Yeah, this is just... ouch. This is just ouch. VPN definitely helps out, but my problem now is the data limit. At 2 days and I'm at 1.4 gig used, there's no chance I can stretch even the 10 gig option over a whole month. I've kind of forgotten that data limits exist. The luxury of living in a country where data limits don't exist. I mean, 10 gig is like nothing these days. How can you have a VPN? Oh, I'm going to go as far as to guess. I'm going to guess here that you're using a free VPN, aren't you? That's probably why. I mean, a 10 gig limit on a VPN, that's like... yeah, that's like 2 hours of Netflix. That ain't going to last regular Joe 5 minutes, is it? Yeah, that will be where your problem is. Why can't I... why can I not release Spirit? Am I just stuck now? What's going on here? Cooked. So that's only TSM data. Well, I mean, yeah, TSM probably moves a bunch of data. You know, all of the information from all of the realms updated every hour. Moves. It's, you know, it's data intensive. Am I just cooked now? Oh, is this my life now? Can you finish? Hurry up and die or reset or do something. Is this... ah, there's still some fucking donkey trying to solo it. Oh. I've already quit. I've already left the group. Guess we wait. I guess we wait. Well, I guess whilst this is being a dick, I'll just hunt for some cheap decor. Keep myself busy. Wait, hang on. Molten Death, 7 minutes ago, 20 stream streak. My dude, I owe you some gold, if you're lurking. I owe you some gold. You won the giveaway on the 24/7 stream. Are you online? Can I group up? Can I give you some gold?
There be no escaping death. Darkness be mine to command.
You won 2nd place. I owe you 300k.
Your life be mine.
That said, I'm not sure I'm ever going to get out of this group.
So we the shadows take ya. Darkness be mine to command.
Hot pause. Stop trying to prove a point. Stop trying to prove a point. Hurry up and die.
Mine to command. Your life be mine.
Horde character. If possible. It's easier if it's a horde character.
The shadows take ya.
You'll have to give me a second because it doesn't look like I'm going anywhere fast.
Foolish mortals. Me be the true god of death.
I'm just gonna log out this character. Just I'll come back when it's I'll come back in an hour when this druid's finished trying to solo the place. New build hit, any changes? Small things here or there, but nothing nothing fundamentally game changing. Where's Manthe? There he is. Today is I mean, not that any stream ever goes as planned, but I've tried to do one dungeon. It's taken me 46 minutes to not even complete one dungeon. Lord have mercy. Well. We're on Draenor. You don't need a character on Draenor. Cross faction's fine, but just if you just whisper me, send me an invite. Come find you. What do you think about the labyrinths coming? The labyrinths looked kind of cool. They could end up being like mega delves. Mega delves are almost verging on sort of like mini, almost sort of like mini solo raids. Almost would be kind of interesting. We'll have to see how they play out. You know, conceptually it sounds fun. Wait, hang on. You have rewards waiting for you in the Endeavor coffer. What the hell is that? What? Hello? You have rewards waiting for you in the Endeavor coffer. I don't know what the Endeavor coffer is. Community coupons in the chest next to the board. Oh, so it is, okay. Sure. Molten Death, where you at? Just whisper me or invite me to a group. I'll come find you. I'll have to go grab those community coupons then. They're going to be useful to have. There's a limit on how many of those you can have, isn't there? Like 500 of them, I think. We'll have a few cheap fences. Is this some flipping EDM remix of, like, Backstreet Boys? What the Christ? Oh, I have a weird feeling. I think because it's super duper mega cold at the moment, my sinuses are all weird. Right hand side of my face aches. I'm sure that's not healthy, is it? Do you remember the last time you had to use DB Recent? DB Recent is super useful. Super useful. It's basically the go-to price source for materials. Like a million of these. Only a handful. Don't usually get to catch you live. Been enjoying listening to the VODs whilst working lately. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. So many people say that they just use me as background noise. I never thought I had a background noise kind of voice, but I guess if it works, it works. Aha, okay. Where you at? I'll come find you. I'll come find you. Sorry, I missed your whisper. Ta-da! Congrats. Congratulations on winning the giveaway. Boom. Cash money. Congrats, my man. Thank you very much. Appreciate you lurking on the new channel. Appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your gold. Been on background since late Dragonflight. This was my first comment. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see if my priest is alive again. Where's me priest? Can I log in yet? Is he going to let me in? What's going on here? Why has my sniper stopped working? Heard you mentioning coupons when I turned in. You can have over 500 across characters, but yes, the 500 cap on one character was unlocking Legion artifact skins. Got about 700 total coupons across the account. Nice. Aha, release spirit button, finally. Right. The flipping dungeons for Shadowlands are going to be gross, aren't they? I really don't. Shadowlands time walking is going to be grim. I don't really want to accidentally end up in that dungeon again. I might just go do the flipping pre-patch event quests and weeklies. I get some tokens for some gear for my other dudes, and I'll get some quick and easy levels on these characters as well. That might end up being the play. Oh, that's a bit of a bargain. What is that noise? What's going on here? You're cheap enough. Sure, give me some of you. Kebab platters. Sure. Yeah, these are the one more. Fatality. Yeah, something definitely went wrong there. Right, I'll queue for one more time walking dungeon just to give it the benefit of the doubt. While I search for some cheap stuff. Maybe I'll head over to the event. Wait, why are my buttons in the wrong places? Oh, flip. That one goes there. Whirly Whirl is that one. Halt can fuck off. Nobody wants Halt. Whirling Surge is 3. Flap up, flap forward, second wind. It's meant to be Q. Twilight Highlands, there we go. The amount of XP the pre-patch quests give is actually really nice. Yeah, I've the world quest is about a level per, which is not crazy, obviously, by any means, but you know, it's something at least. Like I said, I'm not trying to level these characters efficiently. They're just kind of it's just a handful of characters that I've kind of been meaning to get leveled up over a period of time anyway. I think moats will be priced around the same, 100 gold each. I mean, the value of moats is super difficult to work out right now. The value of moats is almost impossible to work out because there's no real... Well, let me put it this way. You can get a rough idea of how many of them you can farm in an hour, but what you can't really determine very easily right now is how many are going to get consumed, because they're just used far too all over the place, right? They're literally used everywhere. Which is kind of making me think that yeah, I don't know. Plus, there's some weird, wacky shit going on with emotes on the alpha right now. That if it stays, on the beta, which means if it stays the way that it does, the whole system is in the flipping bin from day one. So we're still waiting on shit to get fixed, really. Particularly cheap, they're cheap enough. Believe it or not, I actually have a sneaky suspicion I'm starting to run out of stock on a lot of decor things, which is why I'm buying a little bit today. I do think moats will be the bottleneck material, but in terms of guesstimation, how much they'll cost, I'm at as much of a loss as everybody else really right now. But I can easily see them being 100 gold plus, yeah. Just look at it this way, like when herbs and ore, people going out gathering want to make a certain amount of gold per hour. And if the gold per hour drops below the certain amount that they like to make, they stop doing it. At the beginning of the expansion, everybody is super duper mega greedy. Everybody expects like 50k plus an hour. Now, if that's the case, you have to then take what a farmer is going to be able to get in an hour and, you know, divide 50k by all of the materials and spread it out. Now, a reasonably well-spec'd herbalist and miner will probably get a lot of moats per hour. But week 1, you're not going to be a reasonably spec'd miner. Everybody's going to be running around with the same 20, 30 knowledge points with, you know, no real skill points put anywhere yet. Whilst I think long term you'll probably be able to get loads of moats if you really focus on it, I don't think many people will get humongous amounts that quickly. But I don't know. I haven't done, like, you know, doing humongous amounts of herbalism and mining testing on the beta feels like a lot of hard work for not a lot of return, because, you know, I'd rather just wait until it goes live and see what happens. I kind of don't particularly enjoy farming when it's live and when I'm also making gold from it. Makes it more difficult to stomach doing it on the beta. But that's a me problem. I mean, yeah, moats is a gathering thing. I've not stumbled across any any mobs that drop moats. But I've not thoroughly tested repeatedly killing every mob in the entire expansion. There's a chance that they'll drop from something somewhere, of which then they will also probably be farmed. But yeah, for the most part, it's herbing and mining. How's our queue doing? We're nearly there on the queue. Maybe I'll head over to the event area at least. Oh, the stoves. These are cool flips. Sometimes do alright with those. $14 bookshelves. I don't think I want 14 of them. I'll be bothered to buy 14 of them. Where's the event area? It's here. I don't think I want 14 of these. Maybe do I want 14 of these? It's 14 times 2.5. Oh, it's like 50k, isn't it? Just buy them. Nothing over here. Nothing over here. Let's move on. You'll notice I'm not looting or relisting any of this stuff I'm buying right now. I can't be bothered. Is the honest answer. It can sit in the mailbox. I'll loot it later. It'll get relisted and redistributed another day. Micromanaging every item all the time is far too much like hard work. I usually just batch it and do it in bulk once every couple of days. No, why did I click the log off button? What an absolute donut. What a special type of donut. Special donut. I mean, it's also going to be quite interesting, the price of moats, because they're heavily consumed when people are leveling as well. And so a lot of them will... Oh, not here again. Oh, I might just peace out of this. I'm taking a deserter debuff. Oh, Christ. 2 for 2 on this flipping... Let's hope somebody knows what's going on. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. A redemption run. Well, let's see. I'm half tempted to take the deserter debuff just because this place is painful. It's just poor etiquette, though, isn't it? That's it. It's just poor etiquette. Mr. Streamer should be taking the lead and setting a good example.
So you can be sending them to the mall? No. Them is my people, Mazala. No way I go give them up. You always be soft one Sunday. Weak. Sooner or later you're gonna break. Then the jailer be getting heroes. No hard feelings about that little disagreement that we had in Zuldazar. Mazala got me.
The advantage of a dot class. Pop up some dots and then go off and do something else.
Business partner. Then together we could turn the tables on him. I be keeping this old lord distracted. Go on now. Follow the path. And don't you be taking no for an answer. No, here's a lower you might remember.
Dungeon on / follow. I know, that's just a little bit too cheeky though, isn't it? I can do me auction stuff in between the dungeon runs. I shouldn't be so cheeky as to also try and keep doing it while I'm in the dungeon, really. It's already bad enough I'm busting for a pee and I'm tempted to go to the bathroom. Oh, this is not a show. You know, this is why people get toxic in this game, isn't it? Idiots like me running around. It's alright, we got this. Stop beeping at me. I can't ignore the sniper beeps. I'm going to have to get used to playing 5 accounts actually simultaneously though, considering that's kind of the plan for Midnight. I'll be playing the game per se on the main account, whilst we'll have the 4 other accounts doing some sort of busy work. Whether it be prospecting or milling or mass crafting something or something else. Sure. Wait, how did he get back to full health again? Oh, for fuck's sake. Stop hexing people. Been doing some herbing mining on the Night Elf Druid. Shadow Meld is still BIS, racial for gathering. I was going to go Haranir, but I don't know. Shadow Meld is too open. Shadow Meld is very powerful, yeah. It is, yes. I can't argue. It is very powerful. The Haranir is fun, though. Now my healer's logged off. I don't think I mean, I've been playing with a Harroneer on the beta a little bit, and it's, yeah, kind of cool. I don't think it's cool enough to race change, though. I don't even use Night Elf, though. My druid's a flipping big, fat, stinky cow. But yeah, Shadow Meld is good. The wild moats spawn enemies you have to kill all the flipping time. That's going to mean that sometimes getting out of combat is really important if you actually want to just, quickly get away from something. Suggest hotkeying the window accessibility shortcut. Focus follows mouse. Oh, is that... oh, yeah, no. I've tried to use that before and it frustrated the Christ out of me. It's one of those that it's muscle memory thing, isn't it? Like... I'd much rather click on a window to give it focus. Is it time to go back to Alliance? I don't know, maybe. It was, what was it? I think it was Dragon... Yeah, throughout Shadowlands, I was still 50-50 on my characters. But since Dragonflight, I've been almost exclusively Horde. Which isn't really an issue. I don't play the game competitively enough for the differences to matter, really. It's good that they're at least keep, there's some effort going into maybe trying to keep it at least sort of balanced. All of these bosses take forever. I don't think we're going to be utilising too much of the time walking this week, I think I will get a few levels on a few old scrappy characters that need levels, not by doing this. The risk of falling into this dungeon alone is reason enough for me to not bother.
You're a nasty one, but you've been making him pay him debt. Sooner or later, he's gonna be back. You can't keep a bad lord down.
Not only does the dungeon take forever, there's also the inherent risk of nobody knowing what you need to do on any of the bosses, me included.
Me want them souls, Bonsandi. Me want Rastakan.
Once you have mounted gathering and some deafness, aggroing isn't a problem. Well, it's a problem for if you want to be farming the wild moats. That's the thing, because you don't get the moats unless you kill the mobs. So actually, some gatherers are going to need... I know we were talking about like getting away from them. You're right in that regard, yeah. But the point is you're not really going to want to run away from them. You're going to want to be able to nuke them down. So your gatherers might actually, you know, it'll be in your best interest to get some actual gear on your gatherer as well. I just hope they fix flipping herbalism and mining as well. Even that's busted. The knowledge point stuff doesn't work properly with herbalism, and hasn't done literally since the alpha. I'm hoping they get that fixed. Like the weekly knowledge point drops have been scuffed the entire time. Like mining catch-up seems to be like uber-duper mega easy, which is cool. I don't mind the catch-up for herbing and mining being easy. But then for mining, the knowledge points just don't... for herbalism, sorry, the points just don't work. So many things. Like, you can pick a profession and you can highlight 2 or 3 things in most cases that are just broken still. It's kind of scary.
You know, it don't just be trolls who be coming to ask for old one somebody's help. All kinds be making deals with the lower adept. Like these 2 crazy little gnomes here. They both be hungry for power. So me were more than happy to oblige.
I hope they fix landing at a 10 or 30 degree slope whilst gathering a node that you get permanently DC. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the you're moving too fast, you must be cheating software is I mean, it's twitchy in live right now still. But yeah, it's doubly painful for herbing and mining when you get like DC'd all the time. But think positive. It'll all be fine. They got this. They got this. Gathering a node, believe it or not, straight to jail. Yeah. You'll get put on that list that isn't being released. Call it the Gallywix list. Lubricator? What an interesting name for a mob in a video game.
What have we here? That dusty old Noah has sent debt collectors already? But I haven't had his...
Oops, somebody died.
My masterpiece.
Who did we lose? DPS. Sacrifices were made. Was the game plan with all the leveled alts just for some extra tools for cooldown crafts? There's no one distinct you must do this. This is the best scenario yet, because of course it's pre-release. We don't, you know. But yeah, you are going to want to utilize them for a combination of concentration and sort of cooldowns. Alchemy could be pretty good. Tailoring obviously has cooldowns again. Concentration is not as strong this time round, but of course, if you can throw 100 alts at anything, you know, a lot of small numbers make big numbers. Even something as simple as logging all your characters in and going and getting your free goodie bag of materials at the beginning on 100 alts, like, adds up real fast. You know, even if there's only 1,000, 2,000 gold worth of value in those materials. You multiply that by however many alts, that adds up real fast. There's half a token. You know, anything that you can, any small little thing that you can do quickly and easily when you've got a huge amount of alts, adds up really quick. This is the thing. There's never it's never really a bad thing to have a huge amount of alts. It's just finding something that's the main thing. Actually, is it doesn't have to even be that rewarding. It just has to be quick to do. Hang on, there's a green dinosaur here. Amongst the black dinosaurs. What's going on? Oh my god, there's too many things on my sniper list.
Power beyond your comprehension.
160-ish characters now, and honestly, I really only play one, maybe two of them. Oof, that's a lot. I don't actually know how many 80s I've got now. It's got to be in the region of about 120. But of course, a good 80 of those are currently assigned to being like realm flippers. There's part of me that's wondering if I should replace all of these characters with just low-level 10s to free up these 80s to do something a little bit more clever. It's just the effort of making 80 new characters and redistributing all the gear. It's something I've considered doing, though.
Power beyond your comprehension. Power beyond your comprehension.
Mr. Bakoto, how are we doing? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, that's a good point. WoW thing will probably tell me exactly how many characters I've got, won't it? I think my WoW thing profile is public. It was everybody's public. I don't know. Go to wowthing.org/Mantheus, see what turns up.
Power beyond your comprehension. Power beyond your comprehension. I'd rather give up the mojo than lose her. You're the best, Billy. Let's never fight.
I mean, it's 216 characters, but that doesn't count, does it? I want to know how many 80s. Level 80.
True love. Now ain't that sweet?
127 level 80s, apparently. There we go, I had more than I thought.
Romance back in the day.
127.
More than his shit.
That's an unnecessary amount of max level characters for anybody, really. Cleaning day, so I have to do some chore. Oh, cleaning day sucks. Good luck. Fell down the stairs?
That was long ago,
It's not fun.
but me remember.
What was it?
Remember
One too many fruit juices?
away from you, all them sacrifices, all that blood, how they were gonna
Oh, don't stand in the explosions. Got. At least you were down faster. Min-max those stairs. Ouch. Don't stand in the slams. Stop slamming. Is it just the fact that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, or is it that the Shadowlands time-walking dungeons seem like actually tuned to the degree you actually have to play the dungeon? They're not just a lol all the way to Experience Town anymore.
Now old boy and Sam, they don't just be making these on eyes around. Brokers be looking for power too. All kind of power. This one ain't gonna want to give me back my mojo. So careful now. She's tricky.
Your brain skips a step and you lose balance. Probably the fact I was replying to a message. Well, yeah. That'll be... That might be 50% of it. It's the mend benders, isn't it? They're the healers in these packs. Let's nuke you down first. Scaling was fine for Wrath last week, though. Yeah, Wrath was alright. I wonder, I mean, there's obviously an element of people just knowing the dungeons better. Like the old ones, people have played them so many flipping times now, everybody knows what's going on. Where's the healer dude in here? There he is. Nuke the healer dude. I just think most people skip Shadowlands, have no clue about any of the dungeon mechanics. I mean, maybe. I didn't step out the auction house during Shadowlands. I wouldn't know Shadowlands if it hit me in the face. Not a clue. Wait, hang on. We just casually strolled straight past this boss, right? Are you not a boss? I don't know. Fuck, I can't. Yeah. I'll make myself look like an idiot when I go through these things. What do you mean you didn't leave the main city? I spent my entire days crafting, selling legendaries. we made 100 million gold in Shadowlands, hence why I didn't see the rest of the game. The only time I stepped foot out of the auction house was when my characters needed a recipe. So, you know, we blasted the zones to get what we needed to get the recipes on a bunch of alts, but I certainly wasn't, like, playing the game. I can count on one hand the amount of, like, actual dungeons and stuff I did. Don't lie, we remember the mage in Torghast. Well, yeah, sure. That was a thing. That was a form of entertainment, should we say. Didn't miss anything good. I mean, generally speaking, I didn't not enjoy Shadowlands from a gameplay perspective. There was way too many things in Shadowlands that were like just too like Shadowlands legendaries kept me so busy the entire time. We also had the crazy meta of mission tables in Shadowlands to compete with at the same time. I know Zan was a big advocate of pushing those, running hundreds of back when having an alt army was actually somewhat of an achievement. Now it's just you played Remix for an hour. Which is a bit of a feels bad, really, considering Remix is a time-limited mini-game that's snuck in at the end of an expansion where a lot of people don't play. Like, I don't think there is too many people out there that are like, oh, I missed Legion Remix, and now I've only got 14 characters. But, like, I still think it's a bit odd how there is... I mean, with just how busted leveling alts ended up in Remix by the end, you know. I was on, you know, I'll eat this hat, but I was on record at the beginning through the development of Legion Remix saying that leveling alts is not going to be that competitive in Remix, and then, well, we ended up with a world record of less than 3 minutes. So, you know, the start of Remix to the end of Remix was a very different game. But it's kind of weird now that there are players out there, even players that don't really care for any sort of goblinry activity, who have quite genuinely got like a full account of max level characters, full 70 characters on a single account. Why? Just because Remix was kind of fun to just like blast, and you could have done that in a weekend if you wanted to. It's a it just feels a bit odd that that's viable for some who did a mini event, but not really that widely available for everybody else. I have 5 full accounts. Yeah, exactly. This is my point, right? People were easily able to just absolutely blast the shit out of it. Why are we waiting, by the way? Oh, we got some good guy who's actually explaining the mechanics of the last boss. Absolute Giga Chad. Well played. Well played. Check Star Smux. Don't really have Discord open too much while I'm streaming. Oh, the deed is done. You've got your 1500 lumber. Fair play. Fair play. I just maxed 1 character, boosted 4. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you did the exact same thing as everybody else probably could or should have been doing. But that's kind of my point. It's a bit weird that, and this is why I think a lot of those people who are now like, I'm going to use concentration and make tens of millions of gold in Midnight, like, there'll be an element of realization when Midnight lands, and that ends up not being particularly lucrative. But like I said, there's never really a disadvantage to having loads of alts. So even if it's not, you know, blasting concentration, there will be something that will be very lucrative.
Is that your wallet? Or are you just glad to see me?
Muppet with a 17.
Both, I hope.
Thank you, thank you. Welcome in. Appreciate that a lot, thank you. Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm sure I've got flash heal on my bars somewhere. Got to the last week thinking I was too much behind, grinded the 400% XP bonus in an afternoon, then with a multi-account boosted myself with 120% verse. Yeah, this was it, right? It was so within the reach of everybody to do. if you played Remix at least a reasonable amount at the beginning and had a reasonably leveled character, like, you could level ults so flipping fast, it was outrageous. I'm just kind of glad that I already had enough ults and didn't really want more. Though I regretted not leveling as many ults on Mr. Pandaria. I'll probably regret the same again when everybody else is running around with 300 characters and I've got only 120. You know, it's ridiculous to say, but goblin problems. Right, let's see if we can actually get this boss dead this time. Comes a point where there's diminishing returns. Well, the diminishing returns happens when you actually try and figure out what it takes to actually do anything on 120 characters. It's like, I mean, I know full well from posting auctions on 80 realms every day that when you start doing anything that amount, it starts at, like, you know, just login times alone ends up being like, you know, logging in and logging out can be as much as an hour's worth of your day by the time you're doing it on that many flipping characters before you've done anything on the ults, never mind setting up professions and all of this sort of stuff. Yeah, there's one aspect that is often sorely underrepresented with alt armies is just how much time it then takes to actually utilize them. Setup's going to be intense. Oh yeah, it's going to be absolutely wild. And for most people, it won't be cheap either. I'm already speculating that even a basic enchanting concentration ult could cost as much as 25,000 gold to set up, which, you know, 25k to set up a character is not bad. Yeah, multiply that by 100, and then you got a problem on your hands. You know, where's the boss, dude? Why have I, son of a? Why is the boss dude over there?
Don't you be counting me out yet, old Loa?
I greatly suspect that there'll be lots of people that'll have these humongous alt armies, but just do not have the gold in the first place in order to even set half of them up. Like, it'll be that it'll just simply be that some people will just, like, they'll crash and burn and end up farming herbs because they can't even afford the setup cost of the professions. You get that 25k back in a week or two. Setup cost doesn't really matter. Yeah, but you've got to have it in the first place. That's the point. There's going to be so many people out there that won't have that gold in the first place, and then they won't want to risk it even if they do. Don't have proper heal buttons. I didn't take the portal myself. Flipping now. Poor guy explained the mechanics. You called him out, thanked him for it, but didn't even read what he said. Yeah, I know. I know. Just trying too hard to chat to you guys at the same time. Are there any setup videos around for stuff like this? I'm just setting up a gathering herb character right now. I mean, I've gone through all the professions and figured out, like, basic and advanced concentration builds. I've not put it in video format yet. That will come soon. It'll be available in the Goblin Guide to Midnight for anybody that wants to hook a brother up and support me a little bit in that regards. That'll come out soon.
Don't you be worrying about a thing. You're gonna be having plenty of time to learn from your mistakes.
Right, give me some loot. Give me some good loot.
But what Mozilla got coming?
I mean, yeah, YouTube will be flooded with content by the time the expansion goes live, but...
The trinkets and be gone with ya.
Hey, at least we didn't get a Deserter 2 buff, but I don't think I'm ever doing a Shadowlands time walking dungeon ever again. Yeah, the expansion goes live at the end of February. It's not just me who felt that Shadowlands time walking was harder than a plus 12 on a geared character. Yeah, probably. Probably. It feels flipping loopy.
I've seen things that would scare you shellless. Come back with some better stories.
Does Shadow go Archon or Void Weaver? I don't know. Let's just go Archon. Doesn't matter for what I'm doing. Just some napkin math. If you consider 200 alts and 72 hours of full play in early access, so basically no sleep, you have about 20 minutes for each alt to set them up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's just not possible, is it? It's just not possible. This is why your day one build for these concentration alt army people. I mean, for starters, you have to remember that people that did the multi-account thing also are going to have to put early access on all of their bonus accounts if they want to take advantage of this. Even I've not bothered doing that. I'm only having early access on my main account. But let's say you've got 70 characters on your main account, even. Like, just setting up 7... You want to basically take the portal... You want to take the portal to the new capital city, pick up your professions, and, like, as quickly as you humanly can, get that profession to the point where you can press concentration, then log off and do the next one. Pick up your goodie bag, you know, just little logisticy things. Little logisticy things. Like, people are going to spend at least 5 to 10 minutes on each character without trying. That means you're doing, like, what, 5, 6 characters an hour? 5, 6 characters an hour. You'll spend the entirety of early access just, like, doing the basic busy work. People massively underestimate the amount of time it takes to, like, fiddle with all of this stuff. Massively underestimate. Right, we're 73. There's no way we can't quickly bang these out and get, like, to 80, surely. Surely. There's also the weeklies we can do. We've got kill 3 rares, do some world quests. Do we have rare scanner? Five to 10 minutes is optimistic for start, unless you did a lot of beta. Yeah, well, you see, this is it. This is my point once again. Like, even if you are planning ahead and you know exactly what you are going to be doing and you just execute, it's still going to take you a while on every single character, even to get them to the capital city and get them the right professions across, you know, a humongous amount of characters. People will literally end up spending the entirety of early access doing that sort of stuff. I mean, they'll make a bunch of gold doing it, and that's arguably the best time to do it as well, because when everything is just ludicrously high in value at the beginning of an expansion, especially in early access, you just got to get it done.
To mine the elementium depths. Do not let them keep what they find.
Anybody see the Overwatch spotlight? Did they announce a PvE mode? If they did, I'll pay attention. If not, I'll pass. Where's all the mobs in here? Who stole all the mobs? How soon can you skip the intro bit of the campaign? You need to have done it once, and then that opens the portals. Then you can just take the portal. You know, your main faction portal area. So, I mean, arguably, you could prep ahead of time and make sure all of your alts are just standing ready at that portal. Take the portal, fly to the trainers, pick up your professions. I think the intro, the intro. I mean, you won't need to do the intro once you got the portals. That's kind of the point. But the campaign skip in general won't kick in until you unlock adventure mode. But you won't need any of that for your old army level stuff. Your old army stuff is your day one goal is just to get your characters and get your professions, and press concentration on something. Because that will basically mean that by the time the game goes live, your concentration will have, you know, be back at nearly 1,000. For that first day, anybody doing concentration alts that really wants to capitalize on it, don't spend humongous amounts of time trying to properly set those characters up. Log them in, do whatever you need to do to get a recipe and press concentration on it, and then move on. We capped the Endeavors bar. I assume Blizz buffed it. Or some Giga Chad just multi-boxed it for all of us. That's entirely possible as well. You got to remember who's in this guild. You got to remember who's lurking. So do anything for concentration. Basically. The reality is that a full bar of concentration is costing you gold, not making you gold. Because every 6 minutes you could be gaining more concentration, and you're not. So your priority from the word go is to spend concentration as fast as you humanly can, so you can start recharging it. And if you're paying for early access and you're doing this at scale, then you want to be burning your concentration on something as fast as you possibly can. Then you give yourself 3 days, 4 days until it fully charges up again to like get your profession back into like, you know, the right space. Don't try and hyper optimize and min-max things on day one, because you won't get enough characters done and you'll actually end up wasting huge amounts of your concentration. If that is your plan, right? This is for players who are going that route. I'm not. I probably won't be caring about concentration much at all. I just did it, son bitch. What? Clearly I'm too good at this game. Doesn't believe me. What's going on? Oh, I'm just too good. I'm so good at these mini games that it made me do it 3 times and then disconnected me. Oh god. Oh. What? 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 Why did it load the beta? The Christ is going on? Christ is going on? Beat the game so hard all the servers crashed, clearly. You think there'll be any mats on the auction house to use concentration on day 1? Yep. Don't forget there's the little goodie bag, right? Oh, this character's going to be fried now, look. Character with this name already exists. You watch. Poor priest has had no luck today. Reconnect loads the version you've launched most recently. Yeah, I logged on to the beta earlier, didn't I? I'll be worrying. Whoa! Why am I here? Hello? Sure. Server rollback. Clearly far too powerful. Yeah, those material bags initially is one of those things that alt armies will be smart to go and very, very quickly get and either put in the war bank for them leveling their professions, or probably better still, selling within the first 20 minutes of the realm going live. Oh my god, I'm item level 61. No wonder, no wonder I'm dying. Ta-da. I wonder if in Midnight they will fix this inevitable issue with the fact that you level so goddamn fast these days. Or anybody that's like using any sort of relatively optimal leveling system just gets absolutely fucked over on gear. The amount of characters these days that probably ding max level and have like negative item level is probably outrageous. How's that only 3 of 4? There isn't a 4th. Oh no, it's bugged the world quest for me now. Okay. Flipping hell. Can't catch a break today. And you can't reset a world. Oh, God. Alright, sure. Yeah, but heirlooms haven't been like properly updated, have they? So you're still going like heirlooms cap out at what, level 70 now? This is meaning a lot of characters are getting to like max level with like no gear. I think Blizzard really needs to strongly consider their standing on leveling in general. Not to try and hammer home my own personal opinion too strongly on this one, but for a while now I have considered that leveling is kind of just pointless, isn't it? Leveling is just busy work. Leveling is just engagement. It's so arbitrary to be able to get an extra character these days. Was this the first expansion without an heirloom update? I think so. I've kind of thought that they've been trying to phase out heirlooms for a few expansions now. I mean, they've heavily nerfed heirlooms to what they once were, and now they've just not upgraded them. I think they're slowly trying to just phase them out. It might actually be worth leveling just like a character, like straight up normally for once to see how it feels. Because I suppose they have made some updates, haven't they? I need to kill some of these rares, don't I? I'm not doing a good job today of paying attention. I think I'm just tired. You've spawned, but there's no progress on you. Maybe we go kill the other one first then. $76. Ooh. See, there we go. Place my heirloom weapon. Right, the next one's already spawned. Is this Shadowlands just really slow at killing these then? Maybe. Rock and a hard place for Blizzard. Go back 3 expansions. People were saying leveling was taking too much time, so Blizzard sped it up. Now new toons have nothing when they hit cap, yet once that cap, LFG is easy enough to get your item level up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't take too much like actual gameplay once, you know, actually playing the game a little bit once you are max level. I mean, this is one of the things that's been kind of on repeat now for years and years and years. Blizzard has never really found a solution to this. I mean, we're about to go into a new expansion, and most players are going to feel absolutely giga chad as they step into midnight, and then slowly but surely, every level they gain, they're going to get weaker and weaker and weaker again. And it's a real feels bad whilst you're leveling. You go from just like 3 tapping a mob to it taking 15 global cooldowns for you to even like tickle its nutsack. It feels so weird, and it happens every expansion. And leveling, for the new aspect of leveling in an expansion for me is meant to be like really fun and exciting, and it's meant to be like, oh, I'm getting stronger and stronger. We're getting places again. But it's often down to the fact that if you take a character that you played in the last expansion into the new one, you're basically a twink. You're just completely twinked out, and so of course you 3-tap things. But it still doesn't counter the fact that it just feels bad when you just get weaker and weaker and weaker until you finally hit max level, and then you slowly grind your way to getting stronger again. I can't believe after God knows how many expansions of this being a thing that Blizzard hasn't come up with a solution for that. But they don't want to shoot themselves in the foot, because they don't really want to normalize everybody's gear at the start of a new expansion or something, because then that takes away the incentive of like you grinding your gear at the end of the expansion. It's kind of like, it is a rock and a hard place situation, yeah. It really is. But they're the multi-dollar company with 800 devs on payroll. You'd think somebody could come up with a good solution. There's only one mindset I have whilst leveling. I want to be done with it. I would much rather take a slower leveling experience than a faster one. I think I've thought for a while they either need to slow it down by some significant factor. Because you got to remember, right? Going back a few expansions, why was the complaint that leveling took so long? The complaint was that people wanted more max leveled characters. They wanted more max level characters, and leveling was slow, but you had no like quality of life aspects to it. You basically then also had to do everything again. Now we've kind of got the warband feature. Like, the warband feature means that things like reputations and stuff you never have to grind again. So there's actually no reason to super mega blast. You either want to just give people the ability once they've got a max level character to say, okay, here's more max level characters, just make them from the login screen. Or they should go the route of being like, okay, we're actually going to make leveling a character take a sizable amount of time now, because of how many luxuries you get along the way with things like you don't need to you should, in theory, you shouldn't have to unlock zones, you shouldn't have to do the like slow methodical introductory quest lines. You should just be able to get to the meat of it, really. I don't know. It needs looking at. It really does. And you can't have scenarios where people have been able to get max level characters in 4 minutes. But then in the real game, it still takes you multiple hours to achieve the same. Like, that disparity of, if you had the opportunity to, and you utilized remix correctly, you were getting max level characters in like less than 20 minutes. Which by that point, you might as well just let people make max level characters on the start screen. You know? There's certainly no. If you're not investing anything into that max level character, then why have a leveling mode at all? The complaint was as well that people don't like to grind, and WoW wasn't. The thing is I fall into this category as well. I know I do. World of Warcraft is a game where you're just meant to grind it. I mean, it's an MMO at the end of the day. MMOs are absolutely plagued with grinds. That's fundamentally what makes an MMO an MMO. If it wasn't a grind, it's just an RPG. But at the moment, you know, utilizing a game mode like Remix that's only available for 90 days every other year in order to basically print free max level characters is, or at least seems, a little unfair for the duration of time outside that 90-day window. I'm far too weak sauce to start killing all of these elites myself. Need to wait for some friends. Twilight Thaumaturge? You taking the piss? After removing thaumatology. Throwing it back in my face. Yeah, null stones are a rare drop. You won't get them very frequently. And whilst you're leveling, you'll only get, like, even at best, you'll only get fragments of null stones. You have to be pretty well specced before you get full null stones. One issue is getting friends to play. The sub is already a barrier, but then you get to experience an awfully or not at all designed leveling experience before getting to the juice of the game. On games like League or Overwatch, it's basically download and play. I've always wrestled with this problem because you can't forget what you already know. This means I can go back and like try and simulate a new player experience, but you just can't. And that's because I already know all of the mechanics of the game. And so there's humongous amounts of things you just take for granted. You often see these threads pop up on places like Reddit. I read one not too long ago of people who like introduce somebody else who is completely new to the franchise. Like completely new to the franchise, never played World of Warcraft before. They get introduced to the game and like they step into the open world and have just got no idea what's going on. And the game doesn't really, I'm not saying the game should hold your hand, but the game doesn't really, that there should be some sort of guidance, even if it's not hand holding, if you know what I mean. That's a fine line, sure, but Chosen, how we doing? Welcome in. Hope you had a good stream. You're streaming more regularly than I am these days. Fair play. Hope you're enjoying it. Appreciate the raid. Right, can I finish this world quest? Is it gonna play game? No. This one's just ride for me then. Since there's not a fourth thing to finish because I disconnected. Okay, it's just cooked. 78. We need a level and a half. I bet we're not going to get... I need to kill 2 more rares, actually. 2 more rares, and then I can hand in both quests, and that should be enough to ding 80, shouldn't it? Theory. I actually think the game should hold your hand more. It's weird that to figure out anything, you have to go to third-party websites like Wowhead. I mean, flipping Blizzard customer service even tells people to go read Wowhead these days. That's the thing that just blows my mind. Yes, I do agree there should be far less reliance on third-party resources for, like, just general playing the game. There's way too much stuff that you feel the need to look externally for. And I guess the devs have this exact same problem as I was mentioning. You know, you can't actually... It's very, very difficult to disconnect from what you already know. So, you know, even the devs making the game are probably going to, you know, they're so used to, oh, if you don't know what this item does, you just quickly check it on Wowhead. It means it's not really at the forefront of probably even the devs' mind to, like, make this stuff self-explanatory. I truly believe the reason why a lot of people don't like the profession system is because the profession system simply doesn't tell you half the information you need to know to be able to use it properly. And if they made that better, it's a UI problem. It's a one big UI problem. UI UX. Blizzard have they can make the game shiny and pretty, but they're traditionally pretty terrible at making, like, user interface elements. I mean, the flipping add-on and the UI debacle recently, the add-on Apocalypse, goes to show that they can develop things, but they can't, like, they can't piece them all together so they're easy to understand a lot of the time. Or it's clearly the problem of, you know, it's the too many chefs problem a little bit. I don't know how many of you watch Preach's videos on a regular basis, but he did a little video highlighting some of the reasons why he still doesn't feel like he can properly play WoW just like 0 add-ons. And he pointed out some pretty interesting things which link back to this discussion, that if you actually go through your UI and look at how many different options you have to customize different elements, there's no form of, like, uniformness to it. So, like, if you go into edit mode, you can select your damage meter and you have a bunch of different options here. You can change the opacity of the background and whatever. Then why on something like a player frame do I have absolutely nothing? Why do I not have the same basic setup here? Why can't I'm just preaching what Preach said here, but, like, why can't you get rid of, like, the flipping icon, and where's the ability to, why can't I make the opacity on this lower, right? There's no consistency between things. And it's clearly because everything is developed by a different person at a different time, and there's nobody overlooking it and saying, right, we need, like, some sort of standardization of stuff. And you can find those patterns all throughout the game. All throughout the game. You'll wherever you look, you'll find that same scenario. So when it comes down to, like, questing and items and professions and this sort of stuff, it's kind of one of those... It's one of those problems of being an absolutely massive company now. They've got 700 devs on payroll. That means there's up to 700 different people. That's before you consider all of the outsourcing of stuff they do. If you've got 700 people internally creating a product, you need, like, a handful of people who are there to say, right, this and this and this needs standardized across all of this. And then that's what makes stuff significantly easier for people to use. When they know that if they look here, they got these options, and if they look there, they've got similar options. I've seen some of the do this to adjust your UI videos, and it's crazy that some of them are not base setup. Yeah, I mean, very, very simple things just not possible in the base UI of the game. And like I said, that same pattern when, you know, you can apply that same logic to like virtually every system in the game. Now that they are cutting add-ons, maybe they'll realize they need to add more stuff to help. But this is what a lot of people have said, haven't they? And I think there's a lot of truth in it. That the audacity for Blizzard to believe that they can come along after 20 years of add-ons doing their job for them in that regard and go, you know what, boys, we got this. Like, the audacity to even believe that that's feasible is kind of crazy. I mean, it will absolutely take some time before it smooths out. If at all it is even possible with a product of this size and that scope. Who knows? Yeah, time walking was so painful. I'm back doing this silly little event to level up alts instead. Since I seem to get that flipping the other side dungeon every single time. And I refuse to put myself through that again. As silly as it sounds. Right, we should be able to turn in now both of these quests, hopefully. And if everything goes to plan, we should ding level 80 now. Oh, I mean, we absolutely should. The other side is insta-leave. Yeah, that place is chaos. Boom! Got me priest to 80. Aggressively undergeared, but at least it means it can now be put to work once midnight launches, should I wish to do so. Was kind of the goal. Beautiful. Let's get you back to Silver Covenant Pavilion. Okay, that wasn't where I expected your Hearthstone to be, but sure. We got weakers down, but at what cost? Yeah. This entirely was not where I expected this to be. Yeah, I actually want to be somewhere not here. Don't want to be in the arse end of Northrend. What? Ah! Yeah, this character's alliance, of course. Doing the new pet battle achieves, you can battle each trainer only once per day, account wide. Also doing some of the endeavor tasks for XP. That's probably quite clever, actually. Yeah, the new family battler stuff. Founder's Point. But I didn't click anything. Apparently I clicked Valdraken. I didn't mean to. I think we'll just log this dude off here. You can stay here. Beautiful. Right, quick bathroom break, boys and girls. I'll be back in 2. Alrighty. Didn't get very far with scouting for cheap decor deals, did I? Got distracted. I was kind of hoping that I'd just sort of like use the queue time. But turns out Shadowlands time walking is going to be a no-go for me, I think. Not today. It's little silly character. I mean, I've got most of my characters 80s. Little silly characters like these. I've got characters at like 73. There's no reason for me to have a character at 73. Just get to 80 and do the job properly, you know? Just get to 80, do it properly. I don't know how all these characters are 73. Why are they all 73? What's significant about 73? Is that like, I don't know, old Panda Remix levels or something? I don't know. First craft experience? It could be actually, yeah. Could be what it is. First crafts plus weekly quests. You're probably not wrong. Level them goblin mode, enchanting, just ding 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 ding. That is another way to do it, I suppose. Okay, yep, sure. Holy shit, that was a big jump in price. That was a big jump in price. From 3,500 gold to 27,000 gold. Wink. You can log in anytime today. Why are my login times horrendous today? Maybe it's just because I haven't logged these characters in ages. We need to get the UI and add-ons and everything sorted. Is this going to be quicker? No. Apparently not. If in doubt, log off 4 extra accounts. That's got to speed things up, right? Oh, yeah. This dude is standing at a table. That means it was probably first time crafts, wasn't it? First time crafts and a bunch of other random bits and bobs. These have clearly been put to work doing something at some point. Probably some sort of concentration. I'm going to try once more on a Shadowlands dungeon, and if it fucks me, then I'm never touching one again. If I get to the other side 3 times in a row, we're moving on. I need bartender profile. Use my generic main profile, please. And we goblin mode in main. And probably it. Oh, we need to go add-ons. Gameplay enhancements, cooldown manager, damage meter. That's another annoying thing, actually. At least with add-ons, you switch an add-on on or off. When using the default UI, setting up another character actually becomes a real chore. Why do I not have a mount? Why do I not have a Shift Z mount button? That's not right. Hi, and greetings from Germany. Welcome in, Germany. Hope you're doing well. Oh, do I really want 1 billion of these? Guess I do. Somebody's been doing some cooking. That's enough on you. My slot kind of fixes that. Yeah, I know there's ways around these things. I'm just I don't want this many of these, or do I? I only need 1 more. Sell them out for an average of like 6k a piece, so. Okay. 10 minutes in the queue. We need to ask Blizzard for a way to leave homeowners messages so we can tell them they did a fantastic job. That sort of stuff gets real dangerous. That sort of stuff, I can't see anything going wrong with that. I can't see any problems with that. I agree with you, but that's definitely going to go wrong. $30 of them. Flipping hell. Oh, God. Oh, that's true. You can just tell people they're not allowed anywhere near your house as well, I suppose. As a content creator, I know I'd get memed to absolute Christ if there was like a notice board or something that could be left. Flipping hell, how many of these are there? 45! Jeez Louise! I don't mind a deal, but I want 45 chandeliers. I don't mind a deal. What realm are we on? Ambrosar. What the what's going on this realm? I'll have a few. No Moxie on tools yet, no. We are waiting. Slightly less patiently, but we are waiting. Right, that'll do. I don't want any more on that one realm. Right, what are we saying? 10 minutes. Scout another few realms for some deals. Still testing new professions on beta. I'm taking a day off beta today. I've absolutely frazzled myself with the beta over the last few days. We will, yeah, obviously. we will spend more time there than not when we're here until Midnight's launch, but I'm taking a day off doing that today. Me decor business is calling me. Oh, hello. Dungeon. It's more like late alpha if we're looking at professions. Yeah, it does kind of, it does kind of feel a little bit that way. Why is my UI not using class colors? Play class colors. There we go. Class colors. I ain't playing the game properly. That's the sucker's game. What? What's going on with me bars? Going on here? Why can I not put my buttons on the bar? Hello? Oh shit. I didn't set up proper keybinds. And I apparently don't have proper keybinds. Okay. Wait, why are all my buttons doing the wrong thing? How long does it take Sniper to search for decors? Use it one time in a server. I know it has a low item value. Never get any. Oh, the Sniper works very fast, but you've got to remember that it's not always guaranteed that there is actually deals to be had. The vast majority of realms, I find nothing. I mean, it's only going to show you the cheap stuff. Why is it not? Is it because button locks on? Oh god. No, undo. I didn't mean to move it. Why is it not letting me put a button in this bar? Why can I not put buttons that unlocked was unlocked? What? Why can I not put buttons in this bar? Hello? What's going on here? This is another one of the dungeons where the first boss can wipe entire parties. Why can I not put anything in this bar? It's making no sense. What is wrong with bar 6 that it won't let me do anything with it? Oh, no. Okay. Now it works. Go back here. Okay, sure. Right, where'd everybody go? Let me go play catch up. I'm a coming. Don't kick me. The game was being a dumb. You streaming daily? Pretty much, yeah. Monday through till Friday at the very least. Did we kill the trash here first? Oh, we did. Okay, cool. We might actually have this. How'd you avoid the fear on this? Oh no, what's this up here? Go away! I want this stupid thing. Stupid bar come from?
Is that your wallet? Or are you just glad to see me? Both
Haley,
at
thank you
home.
very much. Hey, baby time! Oh no, it's 12 months. I thought it said 9 months. Better than baby time. It's birthday time. Thank you, Haley. Appreciate that. Don't aggro those fellas. Okay, we did alright. We got there. I was on the beta yesterday, and Crafted Gear still had 5 ranks. Didn't they say it was supposed to have 3 in Midnight? No, that was never a thing. No, all your gear and stuff is still 5 ranks. Two ranks for materials and commodity items. This is what happens when ill-informed content creators forget that they have influence over other people. What's the 5 on that bar for? 5 on my bar. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I actually don't know. Hey, Choo Choo! Going on with the Choo Choos? Haley kicked off the hype train. Thank you very much. All aboard, boys and girls. Any primers out there? Anybody got a cheeky prime lying about? Free ticket. Free ticket to the hype train. Is it 5 seconds until the ability happens? It looks like it, yeah, maybe. I am not prepared for this dungeon, am I? I'll add some abilities in a minute. Whoops. No wonder I'm doing like negative DPS. Me doing dungeons is not what you lot signed up for anyway. Let's not fix that, but let's make it at least a little bit better. Talents are overrated, exactly. Talents don't make you gold. Who needs them? Now, yeah, these dudes are going to get wham and are going to get real painful. Tank doesn't know to kite these dudes. The fact even I know to tank, the fact that even I know that you need to kite these dudes is surprising me, actually. Trank shot? I don't even know if I have trank shot. I didn't even have talents 3 seconds ago. I haven't even got misdirect. No, I haven't got trank shot or misdirect. This character is not prepared to do clever things. I do quite like playing the game, though, in, like, super wide mode. I know it's not the most convenient for streaming. But, oh, I mean, I suppose I guess at least you guys see the whole interface. But, like, the super wide viewpoint is quite an interesting one. I can see the appeal of the super wide monitors playing like this. Absolutely.
Let's make sweet, sweet
Yo,
profit
Haley with the
together.
gifters? Oh, you reinforcing the train. Oh, the train is yours. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Who got some gifties then? Namey.
Let's make sweet,
DS,
sweet profit together.
DCSS, Panda, I can't be reading names while I'm trying to press buttons.
Is that your
Love
wallet?
the ultra wide.
Are
Yeah,
you
I'm a
just
fan
glad
of
to
the
see
ultra
me?
wide. I think by the looks of things,
Both, I hope.
ruins my FPS playing it this way, but it looks cool. Thank you very much, though, Haley. I appreciate that.
Is that your wallet? Are you just glad to see me? Both, I hope.
Choo choo. I only play ultra wide these days. Can't go back. Yeah, well, obviously
wallet?
you can tell I don't
you just
have an
glad to
ultra
see me?
wide, but
Both, I hope.
it's a 32-inch 4K monitor. So basically, what I have at the top here is the equivalent of a ultra wide 1440p monitor. So I can definitely see the appeal. If I didn't stream and if I didn't do content creation stuff, I probably would have actually bought an ultra wide. The IMAX experience for World of Warcraft. Is this when's the you stand behind the pillars or something? Do you stand behind the pillar? What do you do? I can't remember. Which way is it? Do you line of sight this dude, or do you do the opposite? You make sure you get hit by him. I can't remember. Don't get hit by these, but then do you stand in the way or out the way? I don't know. Just avoid the pillars. All right. In the way. Okay. Roger. Can never remember. Anything you're looking to spend gold on in midnight, fancy item, or just going to get richer? Yeah, honestly, it's just like keep it piled up, keep it piling up. 78. We went from 75 to 78. Breakfast roll with beans or without? I'm not a bean fan, honestly. So I'm going to be biased on that one. I would say without, but that probably won't be the general consensus. I might go and bang out then the two, like what we 78.5, like 2 world quests or something over in the new zone. Get some of the tokens as well. That works. That'll be another dude to 80 then. Oh, do I have to do all the intro quests? Oh, I probably do, don't I? Do you have to do all the intro quests, or you can you just head right straight there? Oh, well, let's see. These are easy enough. Oh, you can just go straight there. Okay. Well, that's good to know for next time. Love me beans, especially cheesy beans. Now, you see, when it comes to a full English breakfast, I won't leave the beans. I'm not an animal. I'll eat the beans. I just don't, I wouldn't request the beans. I mean, they do serve, everything on a full English breakfast has its place there for a reason. So to exclude some of it is to basically, you're breaking the jigsaw apart. But I wouldn't choose the beans. Some of its places in the bin. Full English, you got to just eat the lot. If you don't have, see, the problem is if you don't have the beans, you don't have the bean juice. And if you don't have the bean juice, then the rest of it can feel a little bit dry. Unless it's so greasy that you're going to die. But then if it's so greasy, like, you also need the beans to, like, ungrease it a little bit. Like, you know, everything's there for its reason, you know? Every part of it's there for a reason. Where are we going? Are we done? We're done. It's not broken, don't fix it. Right, yeah, 1 or 2 of these quests and we'll get the get this dude dinged. 73 to 80 was pretty easy, just 1 dungeon, couple of quests. Might not even need to do the weeklies, although I might do, in fact I might do the weeklies instead of doing these quests, because then they give me the tokens, don't they? Or I can pad out some of my alts with some cheeky gear. 3 rares killed. That takes 20 minutes. Plus. I don't know. Let's just do things. Just press buttons. Just do things. Stop thinking about it. Start doing it. Telling somebody on Balkan you eat beans for breakfast is just asking for a punch in the face. Okay. I don't know what Balkan is. What have I missed? Fuck is that noise? Please hold. What fucking hell was that noise? My computer's making weird noises. Wait, what the fuck? Missed a voice call? The fuck is voice calls doing on flipping battle.net? Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. You guys probably wouldn't have heard that. I didn't even know you could do flipping voice calls on battle.net. Absolutely not. Somebody probably fat fingered their keyboard or the cats walked across it or something. Alright, we're fine. Right, what am I doing? Where am I going? Very distracted today. Clearly cannot keep Keep focus for some reason. Battle.net has the best voice call in the world. Try it. The quality's amazing. Best one out there. You're overselling it. Does that mean you're actually memeing? What? Where's the mobs down here? Oh god, I'm all over the shop today. I know I can't get anything done properly. Where's my men pet button? Men pet. Where's revive pet gone? When are they going to give hunters men pet and revive pet on the same button again? He's sponsored, clearly. Serious, was amazed how good it was. Skype, Discord, Zoom, anything else doesn't come close to it. Really? Interesting. I don't think I've ever once used Battle.net voice calls. I have no intention to either. Alright, one level to go. I could probably just bang out one world quest at this point. AoE all these dudes down. Probably easier, innit? Men pet still on queue? Should be, yeah. For anybody listening on Team Twitch right now, this is like absolute classic banger track, by the way. Good old Adagio for strings. Tiesto is goated. I hope he doesn't turn out to be some sex offender or something. Boom. Headshot. Oh, these quests don't actually give you much experience at all. Yeah, these really are a skip on any alts, aren't they, really? Just get straight to doing the weeklies and the world quests. Everyone isn't offended with it nowadays. I don't know what it is about fucking celebrities, man. Something like you have to sell your soul to get famous rings a bell. You certainly have to trade some of your morals in, I'm sure, yeah. Yeah, that's probably a bit of an issue. Idiots don't know about streaming. I mean, look how many streamers fuck up though. It's no different. This is why it makes me giggle, you know, when people get like cancelled. And people get cancelled for the most tame things these days as well. As if everybody is an absolute fucking saint. I'm like, people all get overtly offended because of one accidental slip up that somebody says on a stream or on a video or something, and it gets clipped and it gets shipped. Yet then you'll have family members that are in jail. you'll still say hi at them. You know, it's the standards some people are held to are actually outrageous. The expectation of everybody to be completely saintly these days. Now that it doesn't give people free reign to be a dickhead, mind, but I just do find it funny sometimes what people get cancelled for. Second-hand offence. Oh, that just makes me giggle, though. That just really makes me giggle. People getting offended on behalf of somebody else. That is kind of funny. I prefer to be 51% good and 49% evil. Makes sense. I mean, you got to be a little bit evil sometimes, right? Just to, you know, de-stress a touch. Karma min-maxing. You won't get a VIP pass to heaven, but you won't have to suck Satan off either, so you'll be fine. Reminds me of South Park. Ding 80? Oh, you are taking the piss. 700 experience away? Right, I'm just going to go kill 2 mobs. We ding 80 off a Highland Walk. The last John crafting treasure was found, by the way. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Boom, 80. Another one done. Another one. Another one. Right, let's get you back home. Right, another one done. Not does he have much use right now, but it's another one done all the same. Boys and girls, as you've probably been able to tell, my brain is just a bit frazzled, I think. I've been playing this game way too much, thinking about this game way too much. I chose not to take a look at the beta today just for that exact reason. I think I'm going to take the opportunity that the sun is out to go walk the dogs. I'm going to call it there for now. I will, it's Pizza Friday tomorrow. We will be back streaming tomorrow. I will probably then take the weekend to just do some little bits and pieces. We probably won't be streaming over the weekend, but we will go live tomorrow. We'll get a few bits and pieces. We'll check out. There's a rumor. There's another beta build turning up later today. If that is the case, we'll have a little poke around and see what's going on with that. So, boys and girls, thank you for sticking with me today. Thank you for all of the bits, the subs, the follows, the gifties, especially. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Enjoy the rest of your day. Come say hi over on Discord, and I'll catch you all. They're adding Moxie to profession tools in 5 minutes. Well, we'll see, won't we? I'll see you all next time. Have a good one. Peace.